Good morning, students. Today we are going to read the relations between Pakistan and China in the topic of relations with other countries in the subject of history O levels. So concentrate yourself. We are going to start. Pakistan-China's relations. When Pakistan gained independence in 1947, China was locked in civil war between the nationalist government and the communist rebels. The war ended in October 1949 with a victory of the communists. Pakistan officially recognized the communist regime in January 1950. Pakistan supported China's membership at the UN in 1950. Chinese first ambassador reached Pakistan on 3rd September 1951. During this time, India stopped its trade with Pakistan. Steam engines of railway came to halt. China lent her hand and exported coal to Pakistan. So this was the beginning of our very long and happy relations. During Korean War, Pakistan did not condemn China as aggressor. During Bandung Conference convened in Indonesia in 1954, Prime Minister of Pakistan and China met. Pakistan clarified that in case of Sino-American war, Pakistan would not support America military. Hussain Shahid Sohrawardy visited China and Chuan Lai visited Pakistan in 1956. Sino-Pak border relations were solved during early days of the Ayub Khan. In the 1960s, however, relations improved. In 1962, after China-India war, Pakistan and China began talks to settle their own border dispute. These were successfully completed in 1963. Zulfikar Ali Bhutto and Chinese Vice Premier Chen Wei signed the border agreement. Hence, a new boundary separating Xinjiang from Pakistan was demarcated. Pakistan got 100 square kilometers of land. Thus, Pakistan won the friendship of China and laid the foundation of a new dimension in its foreign policy. So, our disputes were solved in the very beginning. So now we have a very good and fine relations with China. In 1963, Pakistan and China announced a series of the trade agreements. China granted Pakistan a $60 million interest-free loan and soon became the world's largest purchaser of Pakistani cotton. In August 1963, PIA began regular flights to China, which helped to increase movement and trade. PIA was the first international carrier ever to operate in certain Chinese cities. When no other flights were visiting the China, PIA was the first one. In 1964, Muhammad Ayub Khan visited China. China made a statement supporting Pakistan's policy in Kashmir. In return, Pakistan supported China's entry into the UN. UN stands for United Nations. During 1965 war with India, China supplied military aid to Pakistan and applied diplomatic pressure on India to prevent it attacking Pakistani positions. After the ceasefire, the president of China, Liu Shuqi, visited Pakistan and assured Pakistan with all possible help. Yahya Khan played a historical role in bridging up Sino-American relations. So, this was the Pakistani president who actually came near the China and America, because at that time relations were very hostile between China and America. So Yahya Khan, the president of Pakistan at that time, actually bridging up the gaps between China and America. So Yahya Khan played a historical role in bridging up Sino-American relations. Henry Kissinger paid a secret visit to China from Islamabad. As a result, China was reseated in the Security Council in place of the Taiwan Formosa. So this was a big achievement of China to regain the seat in the Security Council, United Nations. And this was possible with the help of Pakistan. In 1971, it was unable to offer as much support as the Soviet Union had promised India that it would take steps to deal with any Chinese support for Pakistan. Consequently, the Chinese could not take steps as this would risk war with the USSR. In February 1972, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto visited China and it was agreed that many of the loans previously made by China to Pakistan should become grants. China also agreed to supply military aircrafts and tanks. Zia visited China in 1977. Next year, Chinese Deputy Premier visited Pakistan and later on Chinese Prime Minister paid a state visit to Pakistan, and in 1984 the Chinese President graced us with his state visit. He favored Pak-Afghan policy. China financed Pakistan in establishing heavy mechanical complex and heavy foundry in Texla, glass factory in Nowshera, and constructing Silk Route connecting Pakistan with Xinjiang in 1978. In 1986, China and Pakistan signed a nuclear cooperation treaty. This was the first term of Benazir Bhutto as Prime Minister. Pak-China ties continue to improve due to common policy objectives. Mutual respect for each other's sovereignty and resisting hegemonic tendencies at regional and global levels. November 1989, Prime Minister Peng's visit to Pak. He offered Pakistan a loan of 50 million yen without interest, 3 million yen for the purchase of the food grains for Afghan refugees, and also expressed his intention of providing a nuclear plant of 300 megawatt to Pakistan. This was the first term of Nawaz Sharif as Prime Minister. Improvement continues despite the reshaping of international politics. February 1991, Nawaz Sharif visited China. Both countries had some views on the Gulf crisis or the US attack on Iraq. October 1991, Chinese President Wen Changkun visited Pakistan. Review of the changing regional and global politics and agreements to expand cooperation. October 1992, Nawaz Sharif visited Beijing as reciprocation. This was the second term of Benazir Bhutto. Benazir Bhutto visited China in 1994. 5 agreements to expand economic cooperation. China supported proposal of a 5-nation conference on non-proliferation regime in South Asia. In 1994, President Laghari visit offered joint investment plans to the Chinese investors. China's military aid continued, for example, helped to manufacture K-8 jets. Exchange of the visits by top military officials of Pakistan and China from July to September 1994. March 1995, Chinese financial and technical aid to enhance production of the Pakistan steel mills. 1995 to 1996, agreement for cultural exchange. Scholarships to bright students. During second term of the Nawaz Sharif as Prime Minister, improved ties in trade, economy, technology, agriculture, and power generation. Bilateral trade crossed $1 billion mark. Many agreements for 1997 to 1999 about culture, arts, education, media, etc. Chinese participation in the Golden Jubilee celebrations of the Pakistan Day, March 1997. February 1998, Nawaz's visit to China. China spoke to Pakistan for the Kashmir issue and Pakistan's nuclear program. Chinese aid in nuclear power production. China has spent a lot for the development of further port project in manufacturing industry and aircraft rebuild factory at Kamra. So on the whole, we have a very nice relations with China because our problems are almost done, are almost solved with the China. So this was the topic, students, one of the important topic in the topic of relations with other countries. This question has come many times in the paper. Learn it, make your notes, and ready yourself for the exams. Thank you so much.